guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle/high school, and high school age. Today I am going to be doing a homeschool plan with me. This is not a reverse record keeping homeschool plan with me, which is the last one that I did. I will leave a link for that in the description box. Some weeks are a little bit different, and so on those weeks I will do reverse record keeping, but my preferred method of homeschool planning is to sit down on Sundays and write out everything that I want to get done for each particular day throughout the week. I base it on what we have going on outside of the house, any appointments or extracurricular activities or other things that we have going on. So that is what I'm going to do today. I do color code. So the colors are purple is everybody. This kind of magenta color is Emma. This purpley lilac color is Lucy. Jack is blue, and then regular black. Green is my personal color, and this turquoise is my business color, but I will not need those today. So the first thing is, it has been a crazy few weeks. I think that the last plan with me, homeschool plan with me, I did was the last week in August, and it was a crazy week. The kids, well, Jack and Lucy were sick. Jack was sick at the beginning of the week. Lucy was sick at the end of the week. We had a bunch of things going on, and I thought that the following week, this was our first week back after our first vacation week or week off from homeschool of the school year. And the sickness threw us off, and I was working on a project this week and the week following this week, and so all of my kind of plans and everything went out the window. What I had thought that the beginning of this second 6-week period would be. Last week we started to get back on track because last week I didn't have any outside projects. I've been working on a website for a nonprofit that I am on the board of, and so I was spending an enormous amount of time doing that, which meant that I was not as diligent about my time with homeschooling, unfortunately, and it makes me happy that we started in July because I was able to get kind of a head start on things. But anyways, last week I started to get back on track. This week, again, we don't have anything really going on outside of the house or any appointments or any project things that I need to work on. So I am feeling much better about things, but we are a little bit behind, not by anybody's standards, but my own, based on where I wanted to be at this point in the year and versus where we actually are. So that is just how it is. So we don't have a ton going on this week. Emma does have cross country Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. She may have cross country Friday. We have not gotten the schedule for the week yet. I know that she has a meet on Thursday, so I have that written down. Wednesday, we are going to the library and coffee shop, and it is also our passion project day, which has been working out quite well, I think, where we have more of a focus on passion projects. And Friday is our screen-free day. This one has been a little bit more challenging depending on whether Emma has a meet or not. You wouldn't think that that would really make a difference, but for some reason it does. I'm going to start with Emma. I got these stickers at the beginning of the year, and I have used them for July, August, and September. And right now they're not bothering me, but I can tell that it's starting to get quite thick on the top here. And so I know that if I continue to use these stickers, it's going to make writing on this side really challenging as we get into the second half of the year. So I don't know if I will continue using those stickers, which is a shame because I did spend the money on them and I do like them, but it's just as easy. I've always just written their names up at the top in their particular colors, so I can continue doing that. That won't be that big of a deal. So first thing that I'm going to do is actually write down Emma's Spanish and chemistry, which she does through BJU Press online, and I love it. She does a great job. Chemistry, I was really nervous about chemistry this year because the BJU courses are so much. It's 180 days of lessons. So that is a lot, but it has worked out really well for us. And part of what has worked is that we can speed up the videos. I know that may seem silly, but Emma and I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and we both speed up the audiobooks. And so listening to a lecture at 1.5 or 1 3/4 speed for Emma is not that big of a deal. And it cuts, 10-15 minutes off of her lecture time, her lesson time where she's listening on the computer. And that just is helpful. So that is a little trick that we've done. We will have to start doubling up on some of these subjects some days once cross country is done and we have a little bit more at home time. But for right now, we're just trying to do, one lesson most days for both Spanish and chemistry. So tomorrow she will have chemistry day 26 and 27, and day 27 is just her chapter 4 test. So that is what we're going to do tomorrow for chemistry. And then now, ideally, I would like to get to a point where she is not doing online classes on Friday since it's our screen-free day. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but hopefully in the second semester, we will get to that point. I think that it's just kind of challenging right now because in the afternoons, she has had cross country, and that will be wrapping up shortly. And then she'll have more time throughout the day to work on more things instead of just trying to get everything done by like lunchtime. She can get quite a bit done by lunchtime, but she still has some extra things that she has to do when she comes home from cross country. It would be better if she was able to get more of that done during the day. So then she has Spanish 3. She is doing Algebra 2 through teaching textbooks, and she is doing awesome right now. She's so happy to be back in Algebra 2. I think that I've said that several times in my homeschool planning videos. She hated geometry, and to be honest, I hated geometry too. So she is doing awesome in Algebra 2. So I am putting World Watch, Wordly Wise, and narration on my little section here because I don't need to write it here. And in fact, I'm going to go grab their habit trackers. So I sat down on my monthly reset day for September, and I also did this for August, and I made these daily habit trackers. This is what it looks like, just blank. It's a free printable on my website. I will leave a link for it if you're interested. And what I do is I just write down kind of their morning routine, their daily subjects, quote unquote, their core subjects, and then some extra things for them to do. And I mark off the days when we're not doing those things throughout the month so that when I'm doing my planning, I can quickly glance and say, okay, well, we're not doing World Watch on the 22nd because it's screen-free day. So I don't even need to think about that. It helps me. They are not checking things off as much as they probably could, but for the most part, I am keeping track of things. And it's just one more way to kind of keep track of things and make sure that I am doing what I need to do each day. It also does help for me to say, okay, well, we're not doing history this day, or we're not doing science or whatnot. So anyways, it just makes things a little bit easier for me. On our passion project day, we do not do Wordly Wise or narration. We just do World Watch. And then on screen free day, we do not do World Watch, but we do Wordly Wise and narration, if that makes sense. Now, typically, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday are our heavier days for homeschooling, but because Emma has a meet this Thursday, it will be a lighter day for her for homeschool, and then most likely Friday will be a little bit of a heavier day, I think. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is part of the reason that I do weekly planning instead of planning large chunks of time, even though I know the direction that we're going and the things that I want to accomplish throughout the months and where I hope to be at the end of each month. I do weekly planning because some weeks the kids are sick, or some weeks we have a bunch of appointments, or some weeks something comes up that I wasn't expecting. And so if I try and write everything out way ahead of time, and then I have to go in and adjust all of those things, it's not a good thing for me. Now, on my last homeschool plan with me, I said that I wasn't entirely sure what Emma was going to read next, and I did not figure that out in the past couple of weeks, but now I know that she's going to read The Great Gatsby this week, and we are going to do The Slingshot in the spring whenever it comes out. We did buy the Slingshot for this year, and it's 5 books, I think, and I think that we were planning on reading 3 of them anyways, maybe 4 of them, 4 of the 5, so we are just going to work on that. And instead of reading books for English, she was reading her history book, which I still do. Usually I will do it as a read aloud, which was The Road from Home, I think is what it's called. I don't have it right in front of me, but she's been reading that instead of her English book for the past couple of weeks, as well as her free reading, and she has done her papers and such, so that is totally fine. We are going to start, see, this is another thing. We were supposed to start the Jane Eyre Slingshot 2 weeks ago, and we did not. So I will put that here. And the same thing with Jack. We were supposed to start the Hunger Games and did not do that. She is part of a book club, and so she's reading short stories and then writing notes and questions to share with her book club. So she will do that on Wednesday. And then let me see, her paper this week was actually supposed to be last week's paper, and she did not complete it. So, and that is Murder on the Orient Express plot analysis. So that will be due on Friday. I think that it's because the writing prompt or her directions are to write why the Murder on the Orient Express is such a fascinating read, but Emma was really angry at the ending. So she gets irritated and then does not want to write about certain things when she gets irritated, which I totally understand. It happens to all of us. Okay, so for history, so she is going to do modern history and pictures, page 38 to 39. None on Wednesday. Thursday, none. That means Friday is going to be math, foreign language, science, history, English. Wednesday, she will do her passion project, which is still writing her novel. She may do that the other days as well, but Wednesday is the day we have dedicated to it. I think that is everything. She is still reading Road from Home too. No, what is it called? The Road from Home. She's almost done with that. I think that is everything for Emma. Okay. So she is going to do spelling UC week 4. She will do cursive 1 page a day. She will do math facts on Monday, and Tuesday she is doing free reading at the moment, so she can choose whatever she wants. She's read all of the books that I had for her this year. So, and I don't think she's quite ready for the level D readers. I don't think that they would hold her interest at the moment. I am just letting her pick whatever books that she wants to read, and that seems to be working out the best for us right now. Now I need to go and find out where we are at with her history. All right, so for history, she is doing Landmark History of the American People, Volume 1, Chapter 1. So we're going to do that Monday, Tuesday, and then not Wednesday or Thursday. Friday, we'll do Beginners American History, page 56 through 62. For science, I don't have anything for science this week, I don't think. And then we do have language arts. Now, the Sunlight Language Arts I have not been using as much over the past several weeks because we have been working on getting into spelling UC and cursive. So I let the language arts, Sunlight Language Arts, kind of fall to the wayside. So we are going to be starting with week 3. And then we're also starting the paragraphs. I don't know if we will be doing that Wednesday or Thursday because it's kind of a busier day. And so, all right, Wednesday and Thursday, not as much stuff. I think that for science, I am going to have her pick some little project this week, something that she wants to watch a documentary about and then draw a picture. So I will put Curiosity Stream on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I do want her to do Liberty Kids for history. Okay, so that is Lucy. Okay, we're getting there, guys. It's just taking a little bit of time. All right, so Jack has Algebra 1, lesson 37. He has Japanese 1, which I'm really pleased with the From Zero Japanese program. He just works on a little bit each day, watching the videos and using the workbook that we purchased online. So that is going really well. The writing is challenging for him, the characters, I guess, obviously, because it is so very different than English, obviously, but he's getting the hang of it. I think it's a little bit harder because he's left-handed, and maybe the type of pen that he's using, it doesn't look exactly the same. I don't know if they use like brushes to write. I'm not sure. Some of the flourishes and such he can't seem to get with a pen. So, but he's really enjoying that. So that is really good. He finished Tom Sawyer last week. So what am I going to have him read next? I'm going to have him read The Teacher's Funeral next, which I believe is actually a book from level J, the History of Science, which we love that level, but I think that I'm going to have him read that this week instead of one of the level 100 readers, and that is because we are starting the Hunger Games Boomerang this week. Oh gosh, you know what I did not write down? And I don't have any place to write it either. I'm gonna put Green Ember here because I am going to start reading Lucy the Green Ember series. I have more space down here though. Green Ember. That is going to be our new read aloud for the foreseeable future. And we may end up doing the Trumpet of the Swan Dart because I do own that. So I might do that at some point with Lucy as well, just to kind of go over some of the writing parts of that book. And then he did have a paper that he was supposed to write for me this week. I don't think that he did. Let me see. All right, he was supposed to do Tom Sawyer Beyond When and Where paper, and I will put paper due here, so we will go over it again. He will do Hunger Games Boomerang. We also have, let's see, where are we? Okay, so we need to read Anti-Federalist Papers, Traitor, Benedict Arnold, then we are doing America, Chapter 3, Part 1, and Traitor, Benedict Arnold, and then we are doing America, Chapter 3, Part 2. I don't know if I will actually get to this book. We're writing the Constitution on Thursday or not. It's going to depend on how the schedule goes. And then Friday, Traitor and America, Chapter 3, Part 3 and 4. For Jack, we are starting a unit on farm science. So we're going to be watching Food Inc., I think, and then response paper. And then I'm not going to put science here or here, and we may start reading Farm Anatomy by Julia Rothman, because we have those books that we're going to be using. I'm trying to think. All right, math, language, history, English, science. That is all we need. Okay, so this is our week at a glance for the week of the 18th. I know that Wednesday and Thursday are going to be a little bit different just because Emma's meet is on Thursday and Wednesday is our passion project day, which I need to write Jack, passion project here. It's possible that we could get some more stuff done if Wednesday and Thursday go a little bit differently, but for the time being, that is what I'm going to put down. If there are other things that the kids end up doing, I will use this extra space to write it down so that I have a record of it, but I at least want to get these things done for the week ahead. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have questions about anything that I talked about, or you want to see a closer look at any of the resources I'm using, please let me know in the comments, or you can email me. My contact form is always in the description box. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.